Welcome back to the show. It's not time for hemp. It's Freedom Files. We're live 3 days a week from Tuesdays, Thursdays, 5 to 7 p.m. Central, and, of course, the Saturday night show. But we are talking about hemp tonight, this hour, with Thomas James, the administrative director over at HempUSA.org. Thomas, how's it going?
It couldn't be any better. I'll tell you what, I am raring to go, brother. Let's tell everybody in the world about what hemp is, the reality of it, and why it's kept from the people of the world. Okay?
Well, definitely. That's what we definitely need to go into, and I'm going to sit back and I'm going to let you talk about that.
Well, yeah, we could start. I think people, first of all, we should tell the people that are listening that hemp is not marijuana and marijuana is not hemp. They're two totally separate plants, different varieties of the same species. And I want to let everybody know that the importance of hemp can change their life. It's been used for food, clothing, and shelter since time began. And it's been kept from, let's say, the American people for over 75 years. And I just think that people should know the truth about this incredible plant. It's the most densely nutrient plant in the world when it comes to nutrients and essential fatty acids and minerals. It is an incredible, life-changing food. If you consume it, you will reap the benefits, not only by losing weight and having energy, but it'll rebuild the immune system and cause great detoxification in the body, and it makes your skin, hair, and nails wonderful. So in a lot of the processed foods we talked about earlier, you're just not going to get any of these nutrients like you're going to get out of the hemp powder, seeds, and oil that we provide.
Definitely. And we were talking earlier on the phone for about an hour and a half over all this stuff because I'm trying to get back in shape. I'm pushing 200. I need to get back down to about 160. And there's just so many terrible things, Thomas, that are in our food now. You have GMOs, you have the fructose corn syrup, you have all this crap that people eat, including the pesticides. And that's one thing we have to start getting away from is all this bad stuff.
Yeah, we've got to get back to the superfoods. I mean, it's very basic. It's very simple. I told you earlier that we need to change our life, we have to detoxify first in order to get to that next level of health. And then along with that, take this incredible food. Because our bodies are not going to be used to these nutrients. They're going to just react and say, I don't want any more junk food. I don't want any more. I don't need it. And your body is going to get automatically thin because what hemp does is balances out the body systems, all of them. If you are underweight, you will gain weight. If you are overweight, you will lose weight. And this just brings everything back to a balance. And I don't care what plant you compare it to. I see our sales have doubled and tripled in the last year. And our products really make a difference in someone's life when they take them on a regular basis. And I just think that people need to know about this product. Our product is not available in stores. It is a super food, and it really is uncomparable to any other plant. And this is the reason the American government has kept it from the American people. They don't want this plant growing, and they don't want the competition in the petrochemical industries, and there are hundreds of them. So it would really affect every industry if this plant grew again in America.
Definitely. And you look back in the early 1900s when they first started doing away with hemp and marijuana at the same time. You see all these companies like DuPont bringing in these synthetic fibers because they couldn't compete with hemp without making it and marijuana illegal. And so now you see this big movement going back towards hemp because, since the 90s, since NAFTA, they ripped out our economy and our jobs and our industry, and basically we're completely broke. We're in this quote-unquote jobless recovery, and we need something to save this country.
Yeah, well, it should begin with the food supply and the kind of water we drink. Everything we even have with the water is chlorinated, fluoridated. People don't even realize what's going on. But I think if we're on that next level of understanding, the way we get there is with food, and they know that. So if you want a high-frequency food and you want to be on another level of understanding, a higher level, you have to have superfoods like this product. And that's why HempUSA.org went into business 7 years ago. It's to really light a fire under everybody, to let them know that this is a life-changing food. We have doctors on it. We have chiropractors on it, practitioners around the world. We have government officials on it, people that work for FedEx and the Army and the Navy, people that swear by this food. And this is the reason God has jettisoned me into this arena of letting the world know this product can change your life and will change your life if you take it. And that's the truth. And they can order the product. They can call 908-691-2608. We always have somebody there taking orders. And they can go to HempUSA.org at any time. And I'm excited about this product because we even have hemp mixed with coffee. And what a difference it'll make. A cup of hemp coffee will not palpitate the heart. It's good for you, and you can feel the difference in your brain.
I bought some of that hemp coffee about a year ago for my dad, and he loved this stuff. I mean, he said it was better than, he used to drink Folgers and whatnot, and he said this stuff is way better than the regular coffee that they sell at the stores. I mean, it's really good stuff. Believe me, I don't drink coffee, but my dad, he's really into hemp products and whatnot, and he loves coffee. He drinks like a couple cups a day. So if he liked it, then it's obviously good stuff.
Yeah, well, what's different about our coffee, since we're talking about coffee, our coffee, James, is grown in Guatemala. It's grown at the highest level, one of the highest levels coffee's grown in the world, almost 6,000 feet. And it is still a shade tree coffee. It's not sun-grown, where they're knocking down the forests in South America and growing coffee, pushing the plants to make 3 to 4 pounds a year. We're back to, a regular plant that is 100% grown without pesticides, herbicides, or fungicides. It's grown in volcanic ash, and it only makes about 1 pound a year per plant. So it's not genetically modified in any way. There's no chemicals added. And I think 95% of all the coffee beans in the world were genetically modified back in the 50s. So you will see a difference in our coffee. Plus, our coffee does not palpitate the heart no matter how many cups you have. But it does wake the brain up. You feel happier. You feel more energetic. And you can go to sleep like a baby even on 10 cups of coffee. So it's unlike any coffee you've ever had.
And that's another thing you don't think about. You just brought that up because, with the GMO products, the pesticides that go into regular coffee, I mean, people are drinking that stuff on a regular basis, just like my dad. And it's going into your bloodstream. It's going into your body. I mean, it's one thing for it to be broken down into food, but to actually take it in liquid form, I mean, it's scary to imagine what that's doing to people.
Yeah, it's everything you look at it. Even if you look at a fold of a power bar or a candy bar today, they're hiding all the ingredients under the folds. So I always tell people, please look at everything. Read everything before you put it in your mouth. Because if your body is shaped like a pear, apparently you're not reading what you're eating.
Exactly.
So the whole thing is we should care about our own bodies. We really need to be our own doctors. Like I told you earlier, we have to be our own doctors because we can't trust another man with our body or another person to tell us what we need to eat. We need to know and educate ourselves on what is good for us. We know we need the essentials. We need magnesium, potassium, calcium, the amino acids to make proteins, and we need essential fatty acids. And we're not getting it in our food supply today. And if we are, it's in very small dosages.
Very small dosages. And we're talking to Thomas James, the administrative director over at HempUSA.org. If you don't have Internet access, they also have a phone number you can call, area code 908-691-2608, and they have live support. That's not too shabby.
Well, thank you. We just started that about 2 weeks ago, and it's been extremely effective. Customers just love to be able to answer questions and have them answered quickly instead of emailing and waiting for an email. People don't like that. So we did the online support, and it's been highly effective. So we really care about our customers. We want to answer questions as quickly as possible, and that is available for them now too, But,
and that's another thing, Thomas, you have to make a point about the customer, okay? If you guys weren't legit, if you guys weren't selling a good product after 7 years, you guys would have been out of business a long time ago.
That's exactly right. And let me tell you, if the product is good, friends tell friends and relatives. It's just like a good restaurant. If you go to a good restaurant and you have a great meal, you're going to tell everybody you know. I had a great meal at this place. You know, you got to go there. So remember, 80% of your customers give you 20% of your sales, and 20% of your customers give you 80% of your sales. So you got to take care of the 20% along with the 80. And that's what we do. We bend over backwards for our customers. We don't charge shipping on orders over $95 or more. We come out with package specials. We explain our products. We have downloadable PDFs and Word documents. We want people, when they get on our site, to educate themselves with what they need to change their life, how they can lose the weight, how can they feel better like they did when they were in their 20s, and how to really feed the body the nutrients it needs the way God designed our bodies to run, with pure products, not man-made, genetically modified foods. And that's the way I feel about it.
Definitely. And I mean, even people in their 20s now, I mean, I'm 29, I'll be 30 in December. You know, I'm not as in good shape as I was 10 years ago. And it's obvious that, I mean, a lot of it is my own responsibility. I haven't exercised as much as I should. I haven't eaten as healthy until now. I've started eating healthy over the past month, really starting to get back in shape. But, I mean, it is an example as to what they're doing to us intentionally. They're intentionally feeding us this bad crap because they don't want us healthy. They don't want us in the best shape possible, mentally or physically.
No, they even have a label. I forget the name of the label of the person that really is one that looks at everything they eat. They actually labeled it. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, I really wish I had that, but if I can find it, we'll talk about it. But like I said earlier, if you want to get to that second level of health before you even eat the powder, the seeds, the oil, or the soft centers or anything we sell, you must detoxify your body. And the way we recommend to detoxify is with a product called microplant powder. We've been selling thousands of pounds of it every week. We have reorders, and it is really making a change in people's lives. It's 89% silica. It pumps up the collagen in the skin. It makes the skin, hair, and nails incredible. It feeds minerals to the body, and it is really a detoxifying food plant that we use. And we actually mine it, and we grind it, and we package it. We also just have a new formulation out that just came out 2 weeks ago, and we've added Lactobacillus acidophilus to it. So now, besides detoxing with this product, you're going to rebuild the immune system, and you're going to allow for growth of vitamin B and vitamin K and D in the stomach gut. So you're going to really create a very healthy body when you start taking our microplant powder. We just are excited about it. This product will detoxify the body. A 2.5 pounder will last an average person about 3.5 months. So you figure around $10 a month to detoxify. We're talking about taking heavy metals out of the brain. We're talking about a virus, fungus, and bacteria back to their normal levels or actually eradicated, and clean the colon and stomach walls. You're talking about making wonderful bowel movements with this product. You're talking about more energy. You're talking about bringing synovial fluid back to the joints. People with arthritis, people with back pain will benefit from microplant powder. And I'm sure they've heard about it. We've been selling it for years, and the sales have quadrupled also with that. We recommend it in the Gulf states for all the Corexit and all the chemicals they're using for cleaning up that the oil disaster, and the microplant powder would be powerful for people in the Gulf states.
Definitely. And I do have a question about the microplant powder. I mean, what would you recommend taking with it? Obviously, you're not just going to take the powder by itself. What would you mix it with, like water or cranberry juice? What would you use?
Yeah, you could take a heaping tablespoon 3 times a day in water because it's odorless and tasteless. Or you could put it in your orange juice. You could put it in grape juice. You could put it in any liquid. And it doesn't matter when you take it, before or after dinner, or it doesn't matter, before bed, after bed, as long as it gets into the body. Because our bodies need silica. And the silica really is a transmutative mineral. It actually transmutates into literally any mineral.